When such discomfort interferes with objective investigation, however, it invites critiques for several reasons. First, the Academy so far has hardly been neutral in its worldview, as he's been noting. So to say miracles most likely don't happen, and so we can chuck it all out. If you come across Farmer Brown was walking in his field with his cattle, okay, that's good, that's good. I came across a chicken, yep, that's good. And now all of a sudden he encounters a winged creature with 1,000 eyes. All right, everything up to then was good up until now, and now we can throw everything out. Okay, that's not really dealing with anything, that's just importing your very high standard there for investigation. So that's the first one. So the Academy has not been neutral. Indeed, historians have documented that early 20th century power struggle in which the ultimately dominant side deliberately promoted anti-religious agendas in U.S. academia.
Well, seems like they're not neutral.
And again, I always bring up the idea of sci-fi written. It just seems these big brain people have come along and said, even though religion has been a dominant factor in people's lives for thousands of years, all of a sudden you get 2,000 more years, 4,000 more years, a little bit more technology. You're flying rockets to the stars even though you're still smoking on them. But once that happens, no one's religious anymore, and you can just throw out the ideas, and then you don't have to write about it. So there's still people that did that, and so I appreciate reading those, and they're still fun to read about smoking and rocket ships, so that's always fun to do. So here, just not dealing with it or throwing it out seems to be, other than for documentation purposes of people are religious, seems to be a very odd thing to do for academia. So far from being religiously neutral, those who a priori rule out any supernatural claims right at the start effectively deny the worldviews and religions held by the majority of the world's population. To rule out even asking questions about divine activity is not neutral.
Yeah. So the objection is we don't want to pit one religious miracles against another, and we don't want to say that one's descriptions, evidence for, so forth, of their miracles is better than another because we want to be neutral. But we don't believe that miracles happen anyway. That's not neutral. That's the idea here. So he says ruling out even asking questions about divine activity is not neutral.